yourself muted. Welcome to Wake Up ATL. How are y'all doing this fine, glorious day? It's a little cloudy here in the ATL. I hope everybody's doing wonderful this hump day. Hope everybody doing this wonderful this hump day. And this is 71 decide that you are being cheated on in a relationship. See, don't mean I had this surgery. I was watching something the other night. I was watching something the other day that really piqued my interest. It was divorce court with Lynn Toiler, right? And and this guy had 4 wives. Had 4 wives. Had 4 wives. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But guess what? Their relationship had same problems. One woman and one man. They still had some problems. One, he's still going out with somebody else, right? He's still going out with somebody else, cheating on them and everything else. So, guess what? With somebody else, right? It is what it is. But at the same time, what kind of confidence do the women have in themselves to attach themselves to one man? 3 men, 3 women, 3 women, 4 women were married to this one man. Yeah, I know you can have more than one wife, but guess what? How can you love each of one of them the same? How can you give emotional support to all of them? How? You can't. You say you love them, but how in the hell do you love them? The question is, do they love themselves? I know some of them just, and these women was in their 30, they probably they probably right now. But how can one man love 2 or more women? How can a woman love 2 or more men? How can you give each one that support that they need? And then what about the kids? The kids are involved in that too. What if you had kids by all them women? What if you have kids by all them men? How do you explain it to them? Some people say it's religious purpose. Some people say the religious purpose. Don't put it on religion. Just chop it up to as I'm fine with it. Just chop it up to that you cannot find nobody else. Or he doing this, he doing that for you. But yet you got to share with another woman. Or you got to share her with another man. And one of the women, I think his second wife, went out and cheated on him because the emotional support wasn't there. The emotional support wasn't there. See, you cannot give emotional support to all 2 females. That's no 5 or 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. You cannot get no emotional support. How can you get emotional support if you're in a relationship and you're married to them? How do you come to your wife or your husband and tell them, I want to marry another woman, I want to marry another man? How do you come to your other spouses, your other spouse that you supposed to love, and you tell them, oh, this will make the relationship better? How are you going to make the relationship better? two or more men gonna get along with each other. Yeah, no, yeah, combine money, bring it in the household. Yeah, that would work. But at the same time, it won't work because money issues, trust issues, and then if both men want to have, uh, let use me as an example. If both men, women, if that woman, if both of your men or three or four of your men want to have sex with you on that night, what you do? What did you do? And 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 men, if you have more than one woman and you go sleep with your main your the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. By the time you get to the last one, that last one, your energy level is down. You're not giving the same performance as you gave the first two or first three. So how do you go about it? How do you do it? See, that's the problem that we are having in these relationships. See, the signs that your spouse is cheating on you, or if y'all know any, I got some right here. Changing in communication. Like I said, communication is a key in a relationship. If if communication changes, hey, it'd be all good. But if it don't changes, it's good. Cause I'm not necessarily changing the communication. I'm not gonna say it's a good sign of somebody cheating on you. If they didn't used to talk to you, y'all not used to talking to each other, and also y'all start talking to each other. That's a change of communication. If y'all used to talk to each other and hear each other, listen to each other, and all of a sudden it changes to he or she not listen to neither one, y'all not listen to either each other. That's still not a sign of somebody cheating. That's still not a sign. Gotta have more than that. Okay. Attitude changes. Everybody go through attitude changes. Everybody go through attitude changes every day. All depends what kind of attitude change you're talking about. Okay. They're lying. We are humans. Humans lie to get out of trouble. Humans lie just cause of anything. How you know that your spouse or your significant other is lying to you? You're not gonna know. Yeah, you're gonna know if you know your partner. Then it's an avoidance. Avoiding you. If your spouse or significant other avoiding you and don't want to communicate with you and keep lying to you, yeah, you can say that. But guess what? Avoiding, hey, they might be avoiding you because they don't want to start an argument or want an argument to start. Or you accusing. Then you got increased interest in appearance. I know a whole lot of people change their appearance. That don't necessarily mean your spouse or significant other is cheating on you because of the change of the spirit appearance. Sometimes people change their appearance to feel better about themselves because their spouse is not making them feel good about themselves, or just make themselves feel better. Sometimes you got to change your appearance to make yourself feel better. So take that out of the equation. More time spent away from home. All depends what you mean by more time spent from home. You running a business, yeah, they're gonna take you away from your house your home for a long time, but constantly going out with your friends, constantly going out with your family, constantly going out each and every night. So that is cause concern. Then they accuse you of cheating. How you gonna accuse somebody else of cheating when you might be cheating? Gotta have hardcore core facts and proof that you're cheating. Indifference. Oh, well, we all can have indifference to different situation. Then changing your sex life. Just say you used to have sex every day of the week, about 2 times every day of the week. Then it goes down to every day, 1 time a week. Then also it goes down 1 time every 2 weeks. That is hey, there's something going on. Then they got money issues. Money issues it comes up in every other relationship. It comes out of a relationship with cheating or not. Especially some women say tell men, "Oh, you're not making enough. You're not bringing home enough money to help support me. You're not bringing enough money home to help to support the family." Then what you do when that happens? What you do when that happens? It's kind of hard to say what you can and can't do when that does happen. Money changes a whole lot of folks. Money issue is, oh, he or she said, I just did it because we needed some money. Go get go start your own business. No, that's just my business partner. But you spend a whole lot of time with him or her. Then changes technology use. When you got your technology, your partner or your significant others has your passcode to your phone, and also you change your passcode. Then you talking to somebody else. They send you an explicit picture. You can't control what nobody send you over to your phone, but yet you got to check them when they do it. See, that would a line of communication get broken. When the line of communication get broken, guess what? What else your spouse or your significant other going to think if you're not communicating with them? That's a hard sale. Respect, Wanda Williams. That's a hard sale. With all them combined, it is a cause of concern. But what would you do in response if is the cheating going on in your relationship, your spouse, your significant other is cheating on you? What would you do? Would you stay or go? But think about this: if your spouse is cheating on you or your significant other cheating on you, some people will say, "Oh, it's my fault. It's my this, my that." No, it's not your fault that he or she is cheating on you. He or she gonna cheat on you call just because he could get away with it, but soon to get caught, they want to make it all about you, about your fault. How it gonna be your fault when you doing everything you supposed to be doing? Then all of a sudden you got this concern about relationship boring. I didn't want to be with you no more. We were growing apart, right? But yet you didn't have a conversation enough, or you weren't gracious enough, or grown up enough to tell me you didn't want to be with me. See, that's a sensible thing to do when you want to go out and cheat on somebody. But things goes around, it comes back around every time when that happens. When that happens, it is what it is. But guess what? You do what you do. But I still can say you cannot balance your home house with other men and other women. You cannot balance your life with other men and women that you supposedly love. How can you be in love with 4 different women, man? 4 or 5, 6 different women, man. Ladies, how can you be in love with 4 or 5 different men? That's what I want to know. It, you can't do it because the emotional support is not there. See, women need that emotional support. See, you give more support to one man and not give it to the other man. How you get that more emotional support to that one woman and you can't give it to the other woman? How can you do it? How can you do it? You can't not do it because it gets what it gonna drain you. It gonna drain energy. See, then if you have more than one child, more than one children, got more than one children in the picture, how do you explain it to them? How do you explain it to them? How do you explain it to them? What this your stepmama, this your stepmama, this your stepmama, this your stepdad, this your stepdad, this your stepdad. That how you explain it to them? And you think it's okay? Then what happened to one woman get mad? What happened when a woman get mad? You not spending enough time with them. Your first wife, your first husband, you're not spending enough time with them. You go to house to house. Why they don't live under one roof? You know they can't get along with each other. How can you be so uh like-minded in that situation? How can you be very like-minded in that situation because what's going on? You can't be. That situation right there will get you caught up. That situation will be handled by somebody else. Somebody in that household is not going to like it. Then all of a sudden, that woman, that man, go have somebody that's showing that love and attention and abundance of love that that they is not seeking, that they not getting at home, that they're not getting for you because you got multiple wives or husbands. Then that wife or husband, then what you do? Then how do you communicate it to everybody? How do you communicate it with them? You have to have one time, but everybody ain't gonna agree. But how you gonna feel when that happens? You cannot have more than one wife. You can't have more than one husband and sustain a working family relationship. See, some people might call that a cult where you got more than one wife. But don't blame it on religion or more than one husband. Don't blame it on religion. You won't that I look at that as a form of cheating. I don't care emotional cheating, physical cheating. It doesn't matter. It's cheating. You got that much love to spread around to all your wives, to all your husbands, that much emotional support to spread around. Hmm. How's that? It's no way. Ain't no way, shape, form you have that much emotional support for anybody to give or take. That that right there, that emotional support will pour out of you. Will be it will drain you. It will drain you, men and women. They still have problem as everybody else cheating. It's cheating. If you not think about it, you got more than one wife, you got more than one husband. You don't know who that husband goes to sleep. You don't know who that wife going to sleep with. Cause she not get that emotional support. He not get that moral support from you. You don't know who he went to sleep with. Yeah, you can say I love you to all of them, but do you really love them? Respect Rocco Jones 007. How do you come back that? How do you come back that? How can you tell one woman you love her, how man you love her, but yet you got another woman, you got another man on the side? See, them other three or four, two, three, four, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, the other ones out that one that you have is side pieces. Just go ahead and I'm just go ahead and call it. They're your side piece. You just married to them. You just married to them. You just married to them. That's all that is. You just married to your side piece. And, and some sense of the word is legal that you're married to them and you go sleep with them. But how your first husband, how your first wife feel about it? How did they feel about it when you stepped out on before? Because when a man or a woman have more than one wife or one husband, one girl, more than one girlfriend, one boyfriend, and the husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend is okay with it, that says something about them. Low self-esteem. Yeah, they might have good businesses, but the self-esteem is low. They do anything just to keep a man, anything just to keep a woman, just to keep that man and woman next to him. That's what they do. See, I like sharing, but I don't like sharing my stutter. Do you? Do you like sharing your significant others? See, like I said, communication, avoidance, change of communication, hanging out late. That's a whole list of things. Respect Uno. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Will will an unmarried wild woman past 40 ever settle down? Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. That's the same question you could ask about will an unmarried wild man's ever settle down? Will they? Maybe they will. All depends on how wild they are. But the thing is, I cannot see if anybody can come on here and tell me if that is essential for a man or woman have more than one wife or husband, girlfriend or boyfriend. What do you get out of that? What do you get out of that? What kind of pleasure you get out of that? What kind of pleasure you get out of it? Ain't no way you get any every kind of pleasure out of that. Especially if you got to certify 4 or 5 of them. Got 7 days a week. Got 5 wives. Got 5 girlfriends. Got 5 boyfriends. Got 5 husbands. 5 days a week. How can you get that one person all that love and all that and how can you put all that emotion in the other 4 days? How can you do it? How can you do it? I can't see how you do it. How can you give that emotional support to your spouse, to your significant other? How can you? How can you back your significant other up when it comes down to other women, other men? How can you do it? I can't see it. Somebody can come tell me how you get that emotional support to all the other women you're supposed to be in love with and give them that good loving to them. How can you do it? I can't see it. Your love is supposed to be for one person only. Because guess what? In that kind of relationship, you try to love more than one man, love more than one woman. Beginning that but headache and pain. What you gonna do when they don't want to share? What you gonna do when they come over? What you gonna do when they got a problem? What you gonna do when they sick? Going to the hospital. Man, what you gonna do? You get sick. You go to the hospital, you got more than one wife. And they can't agree on and they couldn't agree on what to do about you in the hospital. One wants you to have surgery to say whatever. The other one don't. They can't come to they can't come to agreement. Then what? Then what you do? Say what you gonna do when the women can't come to an agreement? What you gonna do, women, when the man can't come to an agreement? See, women, when you got more than one husband, when you got more than one husband, what you gonna say? You slept with all that time period. What you gonna do when the child get birth? You don't know who the father is. You don't know it. You don't know the husband. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Respect, Penny. Respect. You don't know who the father is. You don't know who the father is because you got 5 different, 6 different boyfriend, husband, sneak with the others. You don't know who the father is. Then what you do? You might think it boyfriend or husband, sleep with number 2. It might be number 3. Then again, it might be number 1. Then who you have signed the birth certificate? And who got signed the birth certificate? It's hard, ain't it? Then what if you come find out that she stepped out of all them five of them, that her boyfriend and husband slept with them that she slept with somebody else besides them five. And neither one of them. Women, what you gonna do if you find out that if you kind of relationship, you got five different women, he stepped out and you got a baby outside marriage that's a supposed religious marriage. What you gonna do? It's a hard decision, ain't it? How can you be emotionally supported, women, by one man who got besides you and somebody else? How can you be emotionally supported? How? How can he be there for that? Say he got a child by you. How can he be there emotional for that child when he got four other women that he got a child by? How can he be there for all his kids? How can he be there for all the kids at the same time? Got to answer that question. This is a deep subject right here. Because, like I said, a part of a relationship I consider is cheating. I consider swinging as cheating. If you're doing something with another man, another woman, that not your significant other, that not your one and only, I consider cheating. What would you say to somebody else that's around you? What if that woman or that man that in that relationship with want another man or a woman in this relationship? What you gonna say? What you gonna do? You gonna tell them, "Oh, you can't do it"? No, you doing it. You got me. You got these other three, four women. But can I have another man size you? He gonna say, why can't he have a woman besides you? Cheating is the ultimate betrayal of trust. Cheating is ultimate betrayal of trust out the window. Lost in buckets and gained back in drops. How can you trust that person again? Do you give that person a second chance? Do you give that person? Will you give that person? That is the question. Will you give that person a second chance? I don't know. Should you give that person a second chance? All depends how you feel. All depends how that person make you feel. Do that person make you feel good? Would you put up with it? How many chances would you give your significant others? How many will you give them? Will you give them that one chance? That one chance only? Out of that one chance, is over with. Communication. Let's go back to some of this. Let's go back to some of this what I'm talking about here. The other side, the devil just we just said it changes the sex life. Okay, yes, that's 11 signs of it. Here's another one. They said here's some if your relationship started as an affair. Respect, Nate the Great. Respect. If your relationship started as an affair, for some people, there is some truth to the saying, once a cheater, always a cheater. If your relationship started off as an affair, he or she cheated with you or his or her significant other, what you may think he or she, that is the question. What you may think he or she is not going to do it to you. Yeah, here's the thing again. They regularly accuse you of cheating. They regularly accuse you of cheating. That's that. That's another thing. That's another one. They take it out a lot of cash. You know why they do that, don't you? They take out a lot of cash so they be back. But then again, you forgot the bank statement told us. Then they said something, you got to do sex moves. I can agree and disagree. I can agree and disagree with that one. Because you might want to try something, but then again, you might be learning that from somebody else. Then they suddenly hypercritical of you. They see this happens when cheaters feel in love with their cheating partner. Go figure. See, in your typical relationship issues to disappear. But nope, that's not what it is. See, it says you it's issue don't disappear. No reason why that is because your partner is going to get what they're missing, what they wasn't what they wasn't getting in something else. But that they would just get what they wasn't getting in something. You're paying more attention to. I said go either way. Well, sometimes some people pay attention to their looks because they want to feel good about themselves. But then again, when you feel good about yourself, and somebody else make you feel good about you. See, man, that's why you gotta make your woman feel like they should feel. They should be the only one. Women got to do the same thing to men. They should be your only one that you make them feel that way. They forget what stories they told you. How often do you forget what story they tell you? How often? How often do you forget what story you told your significant others anyway? How often do you forget? They're not confining you. They're talking to you less. They're confining you like they used to. They want to know. They will keep strict tabs on your schedule. Normally they keep strict tabs on your schedule, so they go out there and do that. They had different interests, random interests that they used to have all of a sudden. And then this, I never heard about this one. Cheating was accepted family. Cheating was accepted in their family. I don't understand that. How can you accept cheating when you're not giving emotional support to everybody that you're supposed to? And here's the big one. They can rate when you try to confront them. Why the hell you gonna get irate when somebody confront you about you cheating? Like I said, if you in a relationship and your partner will go swing, that's you say okay. And if you want to have a threesome and you say okay, women and men, that's a side of cheating. They want that cake and eat it too. I don't think you should be cheating like that. That's why I say part of the relationship is cheating, because you're not giving that emotional, moral support to that one person. You spread yourself thin when you spread it to more than one person. If anybody got to disagree with me on that, the link is it's pinned to the top of the page. You come up and talk your smack and tell me what you think about it, about the relationship thing. Can we come back from this type of relationship? Can we come back from the cheating? Can we come back from the part of relationship? Can we just love one person? Can we fall in love with one person and be happy? I know some of our relationships are not what it cracked up to be. But guess what? Make the best of it. Communicate. Sit down and talk and listen and hear each other. Hear and listen to each other. See, cheating is hard for some people. This is just part one of this topic. This is just part one. How can you love somebody when the love is, hey, you don't love yourself? See, you get in a relationship with somebody else, that means you're not in love with yourself. You got to love yourself first and foremost. Loving yourself it is what it is. You got to take yourself and mold yourself into a strong person, human being, so you won't get walked on. So you won't get walked on. Cause you get walked on, your your level of power goes up. You got to take that power back when you get cheated on. You got to have a set limit. You got to have a set standard. You got to have a set. You got to say, if you take that person back, you got to say, hey, if this happened again, I'm going to do this. And you got to follow through with it. See, I don't understand people going out here and cheat on somebody. For what? I don't understand nobody going out here and getting 4 or 5 wives, a girlfriend, 4 or 5 husband, a boyfriend. I don't understand. What is that one person not giving the other six? Six are giving the other 5, the other ones are giving you money, emotional support, moral support, physical support. What are what the mother was giving you that one man or one woman cannot give you? Why you had to go marry all these other men and women? Why you got to do that? Why you gotta go sleep with all these men and women? Like I said, men, like I said, women, you got 4 or 5 different sleeping around like that. When having a baby, you don't know who the father is. You don't know who the father is. These kind of relationship it's 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 terrible. It's not good. Not for good for the human psyche. Because, like I said, you cannot be emotional supportive of all your wives. You cannot be most supportive for all your husbands. Oh, guess what? Somebody in that relationship, if you got more than one, gonna be left out. They're not getting the same amount of love, emotional support, or support in the beginning. They're gonna step out for you. It might make sense from a business standpoint, but for a human being standpoint, it don't make no sense. You could be business partners without marrying the person. So what you're supposed to do? How you supposed to get everything that to get? See, that's the thing. We are who we are. Me myself, I'm a I'm a one woman. I'm a one woman man. That's all I am. That's all I'm going to be. When we go just be satisfied with what you try to do, prove yourself that you're worthy. You want that pat on the back that you're worthy for all these different men and women. What you want to prove that you could get everybody and wind up marrying them. But like I said, what about the kids? What about the children in them relationship? What did you tell them? How do they supposed to feel? How are you supposed to raise them? Then how think about it. All right, just think. A man got all these wives, all the girlfriends. How and one wife or girlfriend try to tell the first wife or girlfriend child what to do, but that first wife don't want that woman to say nothing to her. Then how you gonna feel? How you supposed to react? How you supposed to react? It's hard to think about things that we does that what we do that cross our mind that goes through our heads to make things a whole lot better, but it sometimes it make it worse. It make it worse. We're supposed to love ourselves. We're supposed to love each other. How are we supposed to love each other when we can't? If we don't love each other, how can we love more than one person? You're supposed to be in love with a person for you in love. And love is a strong word. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and love. How do you bring it to your first wife, tell first, I want another girlfriend, man? How do you bring it to them? Do y'all think that's cheating? How do you do it? Like I said, when children gets involved, it's a hard situation. Who they are. How do we come back it? Would you get in a relationship with more than one woman, more than one man? That is going to be the question for tonight. That's going to be the question for tonight. For everybody that watched this replay, I want you to think about this. Can you love more than one person say support that supposed to love? Can you? I know it's going to be draining. That's yeah. We got to do. We got. I can't understand why. I don't understand. What that make you feel? How that's supposed to make you feel? You, that you still got it. That you. That's a. That's a. That's a very deep subject. How can we give emotions being? This a question to the men. I'm just to all the women that we. I don't say we that that go different shit. How can you get that emotional support to if you marry 8 women? Give all of them the same emotional support. They the same question you. How can you get a man all that emotional support? How is that first person you in love with going to feel? How they feel? But hey, who knows? Like I said, I will be back later, probably later tonight. I don't know what time with some more news. But this is the question. This is the question I want to pose to everybody that watch replay. This to the men and women. These are 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. That I want these 3 questions I'm gonna ask you. Can you physically and mentally support, emotionally and morally support more than one significant others equally? Can you? That is the question. How do you bring it to your first significant others that you want another person to marry, to be in this type of relationship? How do you bring it to your significant others? 3, how do you explain to your kids what's going on? 4, how will it make you feel if somebody want to do that? How would you feel? What would you do? Would you accept it? Them are the questions you should be asking yourself. Well, accept what's been going on, still going on. How do I go about doing this? How do I go about not letting my emotions get the best of me? How do I go about if he or she cheating? How do I go? Like I said, a poly relationship, I consider that cheating. Some people does because they want to be that person and they give them permission to go sleep with somebody else. But how do you bring it to the person you're supposed to love and you're supposed to be in love with attention? This has been Wake Up ATL. I will be back tonight. I will be back tonight or sometime this afternoon with part 2 of this subject and much more. Cause we got a whole lot to be talking about. Got a whole lot to be talked about. And I want y'all there. I want conversation. I want people to hit the link to talk about these subjects. I know these are hard subjects that is hard to talk about. But guess what? It is what it is, and they got to be talked about. The other subjects I got coming up, we're gonna talk about. I've loved each and every one, all the supporters among the Black T. Twitter, these pieces of AL, Jerry Spears, Alpha Bucket, Jennifer Valdez, Relations Like TV, Thug Like Manny, EJ Podcast, Wax, Nate Dog, The Great, and all his crew, Big Trez, Black to the P, Cuba, Debtor, Shakira, Chill Will, the whole Nile River, and the whole 20 Nation. I respect and I salute each and every one of you. This is what we're going to talk about for a while. It's going to be a deep subject. Talk for a while. Peace and love.
Making it rain over here. Making it rain over here. Making it rain over here.
Buddha.